Before we get started, we just wanted to let you guys know that this and the next few episodes were recorded at the very beginning of the whole COVID-19 coronavirus social distancing and quarantine situation. So that being said, enjoy this next episode. All right, everybody. Coronavirus.
Have you seen that clip of Nicki or Cardi B?
Nicki Mabee.
Nicki Mabee?
Yeah. Yeah, I have. It's great. Coronavirus. No, that's great.
That's what I picture in my head when I see people not practicing social distancing. I want to be like, coronavirus! And then like 6 feet.
I've been seeing that. Have you seen that meme one? Where it's like,
No.
It's her voice, and every time he reaches for like a handle or something, he goes, coronavirus.
I have not, but that's very funny.
It's great. Hey everybody, welcome back to Jibber Jabbin'. I'm Travis. Jen. Sophie.
I'm Jen.
So today, in case you didn't clue in at the beginning, we're gonna talk about coronavirus. We're also going to talk about the end of the world and like other scenarios in which our lovely world would come to an end.
Yeah, like we're not. I'm not a scientist or a doctor or anything like that.
I'm all three. I'm doctor.
You're a scientist, a doctor, and anything like that?
Yeah.
Sophie's the only one in this room that has any sort of
coronavirus.
No.
She has.
I have a master's in microbiology.
I tell people that she's a scientist, which isn't.
It's not completely.
It's not a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, because whenever I see Sophie, she's always wearing like a white lab coat and those glasses, like those goggles. So
yeah.
I'm
Safety
just like
goggles.
Scientist.
Yeah, that's you.
Gotta be a scientist.
Scientist.
I texted Travis the other day when Ontario declared a state of emergency, and I was like, yo, we should talk about the apocalypse, because shit's getting pretty real in Ontario.
So, would you want to talk about, like, different apocalypses?
We can, but I
Are we
wanted to
talking
do
about
more of like
specifically what's happening right now?
Well, we can talk about that first,
Cool.
but I did kind of want to talk about, like, what would you do if, like...
That's what I'm thinking, like zombies or
world
something?
collapsed,
or, like,
yeah.
if, like, shit went down? Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, you were telling, should we talk about, like, stories from right now first?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be a good way to get into it, because, like, the world, well, our world in Canada hasn't completely shut down yet, although it might eventually, because people are being stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So a good example that I was telling Sophie and Travis before we started recording, I went to a Shoppers Drug Mart on Friday, and the people behind me in line were literally, like, breathing on my neck, basically. And
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus! Which, like, even under normal circumstances, like, that's not okay. Like, they were 100% in my personal bubble. And then the security guard, which I didn't even know Shoppers had a security guard.
Yeah.
Came up behind me, and he was like, you guys need to move back, like, 6 feet away from her or whatever. And I was like, holy shit, like, what's happening? And then they were like, oh, like, I'm sorry, like, you know, it's going to take a while to get used to this or whatever. And you could just tell, like, that they were just, like...
So normally they're up in other people's shit. Like,
yeah, pretty much.
all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not used to not being in people's fucking space.
And business, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, then they were like, this is fucking Trudeau's fault, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just standing there, like, vibrating, like, trying not to flip out, because it's, like, the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And then the security guard goes, yeah, I totally agree with you, you know, like, I'm on that Trump train, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, none of the words that just came out of either one of your mouths makes any sense. And I, like, made eye contact with the cashier. She was a young girl. And I literally went out loud, could not help myself. I went, and she looked at me, and she knew exactly why I was doing it. And I was like, get me the fuck out of here. Like, the guy was done, and I came through, and I was like, no, like, get me the fuck out of here. Like, I can't be in this space anymore. Because people are so fucking stupid.
Uh-huh.
But, what have you guys seen out and about that you would classify as ridiculous?
Just the regular, like, no toilet paper, weird, abnormal things that are being hoarded from the grocery store. I got laid off, which is probably a good idea.
It's better than risking your job going because you do a lot of going to the bank.
I'm really face to face at work. Yeah.
It's not a permanent layoff, so
no. So it's whatever.
Yeah.
I guess extended
and
vacation.
you're gonna get EI, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna get it faster.
Yeah, that's true.
So, EI for people that aren't
insurance.
Canadians. Yeah, it's like a fund that everybody pays into if you're working, and then you utilize it if you don't have work. I don't think they have anything like that in the States.
No, they don't.
No, they definitely don't. They're aren't they giving out $1,000 to people who've been let go or laid off?
Which is kind of wild.
Wow, great.
And they're mailing it to them.
They don't have anything direct deposit set up like we do. Like when I get my tax return, it just shows up in my bank account.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah. So, and I've been on I was on EI before in between jobs because of like let go, not fired, but let go.
Yeah.
So I think it might be easier to apply for it if you've been on it before.
Yeah, because you would have filled out all of the stuff already. So. Yeah. People utilize EI all the time. There's a lot of seasonal workers in Canada, obviously.
Well, Kevin spends like a lot of time. Like he's a carpenter for the union, and a lot of times he's laid off or whatever. Yeah. So he has to depend on that. But I mean, you get what you pay in pretty much, right?
I think so.
So
you get it's not of your normal income.
Yeah, it's not like welfare or like assistance like that.
And I think you have to prove that you're actively searching for work if you've been let go.
Yeah, that's what I wonder about this because how are people gonna? Do you know what I mean? Like there are no jobs.
Yeah, well, usually it's a layoff. Like I'm pretty sure you can't be let go right now over this.
So you can't be let go permanently.
Yeah. So laid off. So you don't have to prove that you're looking for
another job
because you already have one.
Yeah, I think if you're laid off, it's different than if you're let go from your job.
Oh, okay, I see.
I understand.
The last time I was on, I was let go, so I had to be showing that I was looking for it. This time, I'm just laid off. You got eyelashes all over yourself.
Wow.
All right.
They're nuts everywhere.
The craziest thing I've seen is when I was so I'm working from home now, but when I was still taking the bus to work. And other public spaces, when somebody has a little cough, and the
everybody's like, oh. Okay, so at the beginning when I started staying home was because I had a head cold and everybody was afraid of me at work. So that was people were actively acting away from me when I was around them.
Yeah, so that actually happened to me yesterday. It was kind of cold yesterday morning, -8 Celsius.
Uh-huh.
And I went for a nice walk along the water, and I wasn't really dressed for it. So at the beginning of my walk, I wasn't near the Lake Ontario, and it was fine. But then I got near the water, and it was way colder.
Yeah.
So I was walking along the path, and I started to get a runny nose, which is one of the symptoms of coronavirus. So there was a man walking his dog, and I took my earphones out to listen to something, and I took in a big sniffle, and he just fucking shot me a look, and I was like, it is so cold right now, that is why I'm sniffling,
too.
And because it's been really warm where we are for the last couple weeks.
Also allergies this time of year.
This time of year is the allergy season. And I'm sure there will be a lot of people mistaking their symptoms for allergies to the coronavirus, which is frustrating. That's another thing that's the public in our city doesn't seem to understand. We have a COVID-19 test site that opened up, and people are just showing up to it.
You can't just go there.
Yeah, no, you can't. That's not what it's for.
No, I think you have to be recommended by your primary physician first, right? So you have to have demonstrated travel or contact with somebody who's been diagnosed or somebody who just traveled.
Yeah, and you're supposed to self-diagnose through the government's website, and then if you think you might have it, you're supposed to call a physician, and then, and only then, are you supposed to go to the site. Sorry, I had a bubble of tea in my throat, which is why I started talking like this. But yeah, it's just insane, the amount of people that I've seen. I was downtown on Tuesday when the state of emergency was declared, and there was a lineup of people. around Hotel Dieu, which is where it was. It's not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why are you all here? Like,
right, and now we only have like 4 cases. And one of them is in Napanee, which is, for the viewers who don't know, it's about 25 minutes away from us.
Yeah,
so
it's considered within the realm of us because of all the...
It's in our district.
Our health district.
Yeah,
which is a good thing.
KFLNA is Kingston, Frontenac, Lennox, and Addington.
Yeah, and they're in the LNA.
Yeah. It's actually a good thing that the health units have stayed the way they have for right now, right? Because they wanted...
Right.
So Ottawa would have absorbed us and Prince Edward County and Hastings County, right? And so, like, that's like a lot.
Yeah. That would have been bad. I guess, like, I haven't seen any, like, crazy hoarding. My boyfriend went to our Costco on Friday, and he said that they've got it set up like an amusement park to get in. Like,
that's the same.
Winding,
right.
Like
a maze?
Yeah.
Like a corral?
They've got, like, the wood... Pallets.
Yeah.
And, like, shopping carts so that you have to stay far away from each other.
That's exactly how it was at Loblaws this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You go in the one door and you go out, like, you do your shopping, and then you have to go out the other door, which is, like, if you're parked on this side of the parking lot, then...
Yeah.
Let me go out that door, bro.
Yeah, it's like...
And they have people, like, guards on the door and everything.
With guns, no.
Yeah, with guns.
It's like the Gestapo.
Yeah.
Where are your papers?
Yeah.
No, that's what my dad is afraid is going to happen. And I'm like, you know what, maybe it should.
We're not that kind of place.
No. This is bad, but, like...
It violates the Charter of Rights and Freedoms that it would be a problem with? Yeah, so I don't know.
Well, I think that only comes into play if they don't use the War Act, like the Emergency Measures Act. I'm not sure. I'm not a law scholar or a constitutional scholar either.
It, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it just infringes on like basic rights and freedoms.
Yeah, like movement. But yeah, the craziest thing that I've seen personally, and this is like, it's not even that crazy, was I was at No Frills the other day and I saw a man stockpiling on ground beef.
Yeah.
Like, he had, like, 10 pounds of ground beef.
Son
and I was like,
bitch.
that's disgusting. That's so much ground beef.
We need to go get some ground beef.
For
I hate it. It always gives me a stomachache when we eat it.
Because it's really greasy.
So greasy.
Yeah.
We could get lean.
Like how it... No,
it doesn't matter.
It literally doesn't matter.
I made lean ground beef last night.
Sophie likes ground turkey, and that shit's gross.
Yeah, it's so nice and dry.
No, it's disgusting. What's wrong with you?
I would just prefer not to have either. I would just make, like, chicken breasts and chop it up to
No, I love making, like I was talking, I made a cottage pie. And I want to make meatloaf.
And meatloaf.
Oh, so good.
He's a stay-at-home mom now, okay?
I am a stay-at-home mom. Let me do my baking.
It's kind of nice. I haven't done the dishes in like a week.
Yeah.
Which I love, so.
I'm fine with it. It gives me something to do right now.
Yeah, just cook and then...
You're going to have to think of some new hobbies.
I'm going to just play video games.
Do you have any goals or hobbies you're going to take up while you're self-isolating?
So I'm actually still working.
Oh, right, yeah.
But if it came to it that I didn't have to work, I've said that I'm going to like...
Start a new character on Skyrim?
No.
No. You still have a lot of spare time because now we don't have any sports.
I know.
Don't have going out, like...
I don't even know what fucking day it is
right
now.
Gym.
Sunday.
I know. But like, I've got a really ugly like backsplash in my kitchen and I want to rip it out so badly.
Oh,
so
nice.
I've said to myself that like, if I have to not go to work, I'll just rip it out.
You have to make sure you need material. Like, you have materials that you need.
Well, I do.
Okay.
To rip it out, it's just a big block.
I think
yeah, but what are you going to put in its place?
For now, nothing, but I hate it. So that's the only thing, though, is like ripping that out will probably only take me an afternoon.
Yeah, and then
so.
you need something else.
I'm going to be the absolute worst and go to the washroom, but you guys keep talking, yes?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about all my new goals.
Okay.
What are your new goals?
That are kind of silly. So if it doesn't come to a point where we have to stay in our houses and come outside, I'm going to start training for a half marathon.
Oh, nice.
That's now the only fitness thing I have. I'm going to try to be able to do the splits again
Okay.
on my right side because I used to be able to do that in high school. And then the third thing is I'm going to learn to play piano again.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's another thing. So, like, I play piano, but I don't play it as much as I used to as a kid, obviously. Like, you had more free time as a kid. So if I was in self-isolation, I would try to like make a schedule where
Yeah.
I would wake up at a certain time every day, still sleeping because I'm not, Hitler. But like I'll wake up at like 9 o'clock and then like, shower and maybe go for a walk, and then like, an hour would be dedicated to like piano time, and then like puzzles, and I've got like coloring books and books to read. That's the nice thing is like I'm a book hoarder, so I've got so many books that I haven't read yet that are just like sitting in my house.
I've got like probably 30 books out there, and I haven't even cracked a book open yet.
No, I've got which is nice. So I'd be set for like 2 years basically. Not that it would ever come to that, but like, but yeah, I've got like lots of hobbies. I have a ukulele that I kind of know how to play, but I could probably master that too. And I've got that little, oh crap, what's it called? Kimbala? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got it on Amazon. So I could probably learn some stuff about that. Travis made a joke about me, like creating a new Skyrim character and starting Skyrim all over.
Yeah,
I don't think that I would do that because I'm like, I don't know. I'm already kind of doing that in real life. Not quarantine life. But I do have a lot of video games that I haven't even touched because I'm very like, I don't like learning new games. Like, I hate trying to like, oh, what does this button do? And like, whatever.
No, it's annoying, right? Like, let's go back to a game I already know.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, why can't you all have the same buttons? So there's so many games that I have that I haven't even touched. Like, I've got like Grand Theft Auto, I've got The Witcher.
Oh, The Witcher is good, says Travis. He loves it.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Yeah. I like tried to play it and then the buttons were different and I was like, and I got annoyed.
Can you not change it? Like, I know like some like PC games you could change it so the buttons are what you want them to be.
I don't know. I'm not like a gamer, so I don't really know how to do this stuff. Also, The Witcher is in third person view, which I hate. Like, I have to have first person or it really bugs me.
That's pretty annoying.
I've definitely got options in terms of games, and I still have my Super Nintendo.
Okay. So
I have all of my Nintendo games that I could play. So I can keep myself busy for a couple of weeks, and it's springtime here, so I could like start my clean my backyard up and my gardens and stuff. But I don't know. I guess I don't have any goals because like I'm still working.
Yeah.
At my place of work, like not at home. So I'm not like when I get home from work. Yeah, well, when I get home from work, I'm not like I'm kind of bored because like Sophie already mentioned, like we would play sports like 3 nights a week. So I would get home from work and then like eat dinner and then go play basketball. So that was like my night. Yeah. But now I get home from work and it's nothing.
Now what?
And I'm like, what am I gonna do? And it's like I've discovered that working out in my own basement is not fun at all.
No, that's not where it's at.
No.
Oh, Ben was saying that his brother has set up a home gym in Ronnie's girlfriend's house. So he's gonna like go work out with his brother and Ronnie.
Oh.
I mean, he didn't seem that excited about it.
No.
I was like, I don't blame you.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
But apparently they have like his chest press thing.
Yeah.
And like other stuff.
I've got like a spin bike and I've got some kettlebells and stuff like that. And that's fine in a pinch, but like I'd much prefer to just like play basketball or go to the gym.
Yeah.
Because I find it really hard to like make my own like
workout routine.
Yeah. On my own.
Well, Planet Fitness is offering those live workouts. I haven't tried them because I feel like I know what they're gonna be like.
Yeah, it's gonna be
like
stupid,
none of that.
So. But yeah, if I ever got stuck, I think I would be okay for a while. But I think because I live alone already with my cat, so if I had to be in quarantine, like I'm already quite comfortable living by myself, so it doesn't bug me. Mm-hmm. I think actually if somebody else was living there, I'd probably murder them if I had to be stuck with them for like 2 weeks. No offense, Joe. But like, yeah, I just like I could just chill with my cat and she doesn't know what's going on. So. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you have any goals? Did we ask you that already?
Would I have any goals for quarantine?
Yeah, we talked about the things we're gonna learn or do.
Well, I recently discovered that I have a copy of one of the Animal Crossing.
Oh.
Not the new one, which I really do want, but the one for the Wii, City Folk. So I would probably start a second life and live inside my village. This is actually what I'm going to start doing tomorrow. No, goal-wise, I mean, I don't really have any goals. I'd like to just do more like cooking and stuff. Like, okay, so when I'm working and everything, I'm really fucking tired when I get home, and I'm really like, and Sophie does most of the cooking, and I used to love cooking, so I think I'd like to get back into it and like baking. Like I made banana bread that we had before this.
We did, and it was bomb.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'd like to do that. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, which I'm getting kind of tired of. So
I was gonna say, like,
yeah.
I'm surprised you
even
I
like stepped away from Skyrim for a couple of days, and I got back into Halo.
Yeah.
Not like actually playing the game through, but just doing like firefight simulations for like 20 minutes.
That's my thing. Is I kind of want to play like a story game. Like I'm a huge fan of Sherlock Holmes, right? And I have all these Sherlock Holmes games, and I know they're not like the greatest quality of video game, but I do still really enjoy them. They're like, a lot of them are like puzzles, like puzzle based, like figure out, move this block over here, jump up there, hit that switch, do this and that, right? And some of them are like those like kind of like I Spy kind of puzzles, which are kind of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just maybe look for more story based games to play.
You learn to run with me?
No.
That's another thing. I was like, maybe I'll pick up running when it gets nicer out. Because like I went for a walk yesterday morning, but it was too cold and I had to wear all these layers. Okay. I was like, I don't feel like trying to run when I have to, like my entire top of my body was like, I was like, I can't like move.
Well, here's a good question for you guys and maybe like people who are listening. So I play like when it's nice out and it's getting nice out, I play a lot of airsoft. And I'm wondering if that like...
Canceled.
No, like look at it this way though, like
canceled.
You are. Can you let me?
Sorry.
So you're not close to anybody. You're way farther than 6 feet away from people.
Yeah.
Like, do you think like that would be fine? It should be fine.
No,
like,
because at one point I've seen how people gather at the end of stuff, and it's usually 50 people or more. So it's still going to be a gathering.
Yeah.
It's still
do you go to
unnecessary.
Like a place? Yeah, because you go to someone's like field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just wouldn't let you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who are you even going to play with? You think Kevin and Paul are going to go out and do that?
They're afraid of everything. So.
Yeah. Well, even I love hiking, and I was really looking forward to the weather's turning quite nice, and I was like, well, this is perfect. Like, if we're not allowed to do anything, I'll just go to Frontenac Provincial Park and go hiking instead of going to the gym. Yeah. And then they shut down the parks. And I was like, well, shit. Which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me because I hike there all the time. And I usually pass about one person. Because this is a park, if anybody's familiar with it, probably not. It's quite literally in the middle of nowhere. And, most people, I would argue, aren't willing to drive 40 minutes north of the city just to go hiking. Mm-hmm. And I doubt people are going to start taking up hiking. Are
you talking about like Rock Dundry or like farther?
It's definitely farther than Rock Dunder, but like north of the city, not northeast of the city.
Oh, okay.
Rock Dunder is definitely going to be busy, which sucks.
I bet they shut that down because
they should shut it down. Yeah.
Wouldn't they have to? Because you have to like pay to go in there now.
Yeah. So there's an actual contact.
They should probably. I wouldn't be surprised if you see them throw up a gate. Just because like that many people would be really bad for the ecosystem in general at Rock Thunder. So.
Yeah, where we go for our walks, I don't know if you guys have talked about this while I was gone, but it's gotten super busy. Like, it was really, like, speaking of like inconvenient, like, or like shitty, like COVID-19 stories. Mm-hmm. Like Sophie and I go and we feed birds, and like we're basically like little old people when we go here, and there was like a group of like student age people, like college student age people, and they come up and they're walking down the trail and like it's personal space, trail, right? No, it's a fairly wide trail, and this girl like basically brushes up against Sophie as she's walking by for like no reason.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be this particular like conservation area in our city is right in the middle of a neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get people from that neighborhood and from all over the city going to this park because it's all like path and there's like washrooms and it's on Lake Ontario part of it anyway and like blah blah blah. And the conservation areas are still open. So people are going to go there. That's why I kind of said, like, because I'm a bad annoying person on Twitter, I tweeted at parks, like, Canada and Ontario parks, and I was like, this is bad, because you're going to shut these down, and then people are just going to stay centered in the city instead of spreading out. And that's exactly what's happening. Like, Joe fucking go to the park and doesn't exercise is not going to suddenly take up a moderate to difficult hiking trail. Like, that's not usually what people would do. Especially in the middle of nowhere with no cell reception. Like, usually they would not take that risk.
No.
And even on an average day, my mother gets mad at me. She's like, tell me when you get there. Tell me when you leave. Like, which is fair.
So let's look, like, into the summertime. What kind of things do you think you would do? Like, say we're, like, similar to the situation right now. What type of things do you think you would be cool doing?
Crying.
In the summer. Well, you like kayaking and all that,
yeah,
right?
I would probably still kayak, because, like, I can kayak, like, I know a lot of, like, ramps in the countryside that nobody else really knows about, so, like city dwellers would not know about it, so I would be fine with that. And somebody from the city isn't going to go all the way, like, north of the city to kayak when you can just put in at Lake Ontario. Yeah. For the most part, I would argue, but...
So I like camping, right? And there's no way I'm not going camping this year.
You might go camping alone.
I'll go camping alone. But, like, usually we have, like, 4 or 5 people camping, right? Like, it's not... Well,
I usually camp at provincial parks. Yeah. And they're all closed, so...
Well, I camp for free. I don't, like... I know people who live on a lake. Yeah. Who have a lot of land and everything, so we usually just go camping with them. Like, not with them, but, like, on their property. Yeah. And it's always a good time. Now, I'm not gonna miss out. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's okay if it's, like, 4 or 5 people, you know? And, like, as long as nobody's, you know, sick with, the coronavirus.
The only issue with all this stuff, so, like, the city that we're in has 4 confirmed cases. That doesn't mean that there aren't more.
Yeah.
But the issue, at least right now, is that people are coming back to Canada from somewhere else, and they're not self-quarantining for 2 weeks. Yeah. Like, they're going out, the first thing that they do when they get home is they go get groceries, or, you know, they go see their grandchildren, or, like, whatever. Yeah. And that's how it gets spread so quickly, because people are just like, oh, it's okay for me, but not for thee, type of mentality. So that's why I've been, like, we talked about this before the podcast started, but, like, I've completely limited who I see on a daily basis. So most of it, not even my choice. So, like, they shut everything down. So, like, we don't have sports anymore. I can't go to the gym anymore. I work for someone that's immunocompromised, so I don't let anyone else in his house now. So I just, like, I literally don't see anyone. And, like, yeah, it's shitty, but, like... Yeah. I don't know.
Kind of what it is.
Right, if everyone only just distanced that much. Yeah. Right? Like, that would be a huge impact. Because I think I saw, you've probably seen this, but it was, like, shows if you only distance, like, not at all, how many people you can potentially affect if you do 50%. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do 75%. I feel like that's what we're all at, if not more.
Right? Yeah. Most people.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I feel like let's talk about something else. Yeah, like, okay, say there was a zombie apocalypse. What would you do?
I wouldn't stay where I am because I live in the city.
No.
I would probably go to my parents' house first because they live in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. And they've got a pretty good house in terms of, like, location, I think. But I don't know. I'd probably, like, pack my shit up eventually and go to an island.
Yeah.
Because can these zombies swim in your hypothetical?
No, they're not magic zombies from The Walking Dead. Okay.
They weren't magic. They can swim.
They're essentially magic because
magic in what way? What do you mean?
In a way that they, like, do not decompose in a regular fashion. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well,
like
that's true.
They decompose,
after, like,
but not
2
enough.
Years, they're still like skin and stuff.
Yeah, like okay. So essentially, the zombie apocalypse would probably only last a couple of years. Like, considering, like, zombies aren't going to last that long. Yeah. Right? I think I could straight up just go up into the north and
live off the land.
Live off the land.
Yeah, I would probably just like... So my dad has a lot of guns because he hunted. No, he doesn't hunt anymore because he's like in his 60s and, you know, I think he's sort of over it. But he still has all of those rifles.
Yeah.
And so I'd probably go there first to get all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then like isolate somewhere for a while because I've got like camping gear and stuff. So I'd probably go to an island on the Rideau Canal somewhere. And he has a boat too, so you just like take the boat, take some gasoline.
I feel like early signs of that sort of thing, early signs of like a zombie apocalypse or something, I would go to like a camping store and get all that like thermal, like winter camping stuff.
Yeah.
Because then you're set.
Yeah.
Sophie would probably just roll over and die.
I was gonna say I would probably kill myself.
Really?
What? Yeah, I would.
You wouldn't come with me?
I don't want to live in that kind of world.
Yeah, but it's over after like 2 years.
Yeah, but things never get rebuilt.
No,
you know
but
I mean?
it just becomes a part of our history, though.
I don't want to.
You don't want it? You straight up just be like, I'm done.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I would be up in the north by myself.
We go get some kayak. Like, I've got a kayak. Your aunt has some kayaks. We just take the kayaks and we go live on the water.
It'd probably be better for you anyways if I wasn't around. I would just be like a handicap.
What?
I don't think so.
You'd be fine.
I think also I wouldn't go alone. Like, I'd check in on my closest people and be like, let's do this together.
Yeah.
So that it would be like a compound.
Yeah.
Instead of like by yourself.
Work together.
Instead I feel like
so you have to. You're too valuable to just like roll over though, because you have like
because you have a brain.
No, because you have like you have a study mind, right? So you can learn. You can absorb more shit than I can. I know that.
I definitely think that you can absorb more shit than I can too.
So
maybe
you could essentially, you know, there are a lot of plants and things that we could use while we're out, and if you could learn about those things.
Yeah, you would be in charge of like the food supply.
Yeah, and like our library.
Because you have a really good green thumb, so.
Yeah.
Perhaps, I guess. Yeah, I guess if we could all go together, I guess that would be fun.
You wouldn't want to do this.
It wouldn't be fun, but like
it would be fun.
I think it would be fun. a whole 2 years worth of camping in one sitting? Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be all like drinking and eating Doritos and smoking weed though. It's gonna be like
it could be if
it could be.
We bring people with big supplies of those things.
Yeah, just like you raid Costco, like you raid Loblaws.
No, but like fishing, like hunting for your food and all that. Oh.
Yeah, we'd have to like survive off of fish basically. Because you wouldn't want to kill more deer or fish more fish than can naturally reproduce. Because you wouldn't be the only one out in the wild doing that stuff. Yeah,
but deer are essentially like, even right now, I feel like they're like, their population is too much.
Well, yeah, that's why we have hunting.
Yeah. So, I think it would be fine to kill like quite a few deer. Obviously, don't kill more than what you need.
Yeah.
But okay, you're saying we're gonna go out with a group of people.
What are we limiting our numbers to?
You'd want a good group of people.
You'd want a decent amount of people.
Because so like that you'd have to like have all of your perimeter covered in terms of like security.
Yeah, 20 people. We're also gonna start repopulating the earth at some point, so we want like a good.
No, it's not.
The earth will be fine.
My thing is that like.
You just want Adam and Eve type bullshit.
You'd want to get somewhere where it's gonna have a really cold, harsh winter.
We're already there.
Yeah,
we don't need to go anymore.
But even if we went a little more north, say like North Bay area, or
even we could just fuck off to Frontenac Provincial Park, and here's why: it's like 500 acres. There's still old farm buildings there from when the old farmers sold it off to the government.
Yeah.
But you have to hike out like 15 kilometers to even get to that barn.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So there'd be shelter there already. There's fresh water that's not connected to a bigger body of water, so it's drinkable.
Okay.
For the most part.
So you're worried about...
You've got wood.
You worry about zombies until winter. So say it happened right now. We'd only have like...
That'd be shitty
5-6
it's summertime.
Yeah, 5-6 months before we didn't necessarily have to worry about the zombie part anymore, and then we just more have to worry about other people.
Here's what I don't get about the zombie thing. Is like, since when could zombies figure out how to get into like a building?
They can't.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
so
open a door that's
like,
locked.
I don't think they open doors. I think they were limited by that.
I think they're already in there.
But it's sort of like,
yeah.
I think of it as like a video character, like keeps bumping into walls and then eventually they bump enough to get around a corner kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess, and we'd have
I'm
to
just
think
saying,
too,
like, why wouldn't technically be safe in a house with locked doors from the zombies, not from the people that have decided they're just gonna like.
But if a zombie is gonna like notice you and like break through your window, and I guess as long as the first floor of the house had barricaded windows and everything, you should be fine.
Yeah. I guess you'd be more. I would personally be more worried about the humans.
Than
the zombies.
That's the thing. You'd have to worry about other people. And you'd have to establish ground rules, like, in your group to begin with. Like, how do we deal with other people? Do we invite people to join us? Or do we close off and say, no, sorry? And then at that point, you have to be aware that because you sent them away, they could be holding a grudge and come back with other people. You know what I mean? Like, fuck these guys. They turned me away. I didn't have anywhere to go. You guys took me in. Let's go get their shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's scary to think about stuff like
That's
that.
why I'm thinking, like, the more north and the more far away you get from regular civilization or what used to be, the easier time you're going to have.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I don't know, it would take a while for... Sorry, I didn't mean to touch your foot. Yeah, because most people aren't going to try to, like, drive because you won't have the gas and all that stuff, right? So to get as north as you need to get away from civilization. But
Okay.
What are other types of, like, scenarios where the world would just collapse?
Nuclear war.
Nuclear war. So we're in, like, Fallout 76 right now. So, nukes have gone off. We've been in bunkers. We're coming out of the bunkers. What do we do?
I don't know. Probably die of radiation poisoning.
Yeah.
Like well, you'd have to be aware. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Okay.
So that's it's almost not even really a scenario.
Okay, so nukes go off, we all die.
I guess it depends where do the nukes hit.
I don't think it matters.
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
What's happening?
Take me home.
Country road.
This is going off the rails.
That's Fallout 76, I think, is in West Virginia.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. No. I know that.
Now that you've let me in on your secret.
What if... Oh, I don't know. I was going to say, what if this gets so bad that it wipes out, like, half the planet and then, like... But I guess that's basically just, like, a zombie apocalypse without the zombies.
Just, I think it would all come down to, like, initial survival, the going up north part, and then once that's done, coming back and establishing new society, I suppose.
So, here's a question. Let's get real.
Okay. Real talk.
Would you be able to kill someone if you had to?
Yes.
During the apocalypse?
I would.
Eventually.
I would be able to do it, but it would haunt you, right? Like, you have mental issues, right? Like,
sorry, I'm just
you wouldn't walk around with a ghost.
See, no, I was just thinking of, like, you're standing in the middle of the woods being haunted by this. You killed someone and CCR is playing in the background of your head, and all you can hear is like, and it's like, but in your eyes are just dead.
if it came down to protecting my people and conserving the conservation, I suppose. Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I probably could too.
It's I would rather me do it than have somebody else that I know do it. I feel like.
Okay.
I'd rather do it than have Sophie do it. I'd rather do it than have you do it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm aware of what would happen internally to me after doing that. Yeah. And I feel like I could handle it more than...
Okay, so here's another scenario. Sophie gets bit by a zombie on her arm. Are you able to cut her arm off?
Depends. Do we know that that's...
Just kill me.
No. Do we know that that's exactly how it's
spreading?
Yes.
Well, yeah, in this scenario, yeah, that's how it's spread.
Would I be able to just lob off... Where's she bit? Like on her
Like
forearm?
here?
Like here?
There?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, just kill me. Like
No. No, I would lob it off right at the elbow. Yeah, I could do that.
No, I would straight up kill myself like that.
I don't think Sophie wants to live in a
I literally don't. I don't want to live where I can't have a 30-minute shower and have my phone and my snacks. I like this world.
Yeah, that's the
Could
hardest.
you do it? Could you just chop Sophie's arm off if you needed to?
If I needed her to survive, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You don't need me to survive.
Yes, we would.
Yes, we would.
We already established that you're our brain.
I don't think that's just going to be very useful.
You don't need
We
an
should
arm
do
to
is
think.
make friends with a nurse or a doctor.
I mean, they'd still have to chop your arm off.
Yeah.
I've seen Vikings. We could take a machete, heat it up really hot in a fire, chop the arm off, and then take another machete that's hot and
Cauterize that shit.
No, I would literally die from like the shock of the pain.
No,
you
you
would
wouldn't.
just pass
You'd be
out.
surprised.
You would just pass out. And then
Yeah.
you'd wake up and you'd be like,
Oh,
hey, you guys. With your one arm.
Me. Good old nubs.
I don't want to live in a world where I can't ball up with my bros, you know? Like,
You can still ball up with your bros. Just
we're in
find
the
a
fucking
basketball.
forest?
Right, you gotta get some pavement down or something.
I mean, there's lots of limestone in this part of...
Yeah, but we're not going to
Ontario,
be in the woods for that long.
We'll lose all
Long
our
enough.
skills by the time we get
A
back.
couple years.
Even Ben won't remember.
You'll be like, basketball?
Sounds so
What is
familiar, but
that?
so distant.
And then in his mind, you can hear, like, I don't know.
All you can hear is like a basketball bouncing.
And he's like, y'all ready for this?
I pictured just silence, and then, you know, when a basketball, bing, bing,
It's like
bing.
bouncing.
Yeah. And then he's like, and he like, it's like waking up from
He
a
wakes
dream.
up in a sweat. He's like, oh, I had a dream again. Sorry, Ben, we're taking a lot of liberties with your life right now.
Okay. What other types of...
I mean, those are the main ones. We could talk about an asteroid hitting
Yeah.
Earth, but like that's gonna be
That's
the same
essentially
as a nuclear war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would there be radiation off of
Yes.
something like
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
It would cause nuclear winter.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
pretty sure. There's supposed to be an asteroid pass by Earth soon.
Yeah, I saw
Or did
that.
it already happen?
I saw some like garbage articles that was that it's gonna hit the Earth.
Maybe it fucking should.
Reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if any other, like, realistically, like, there's sickness and then there's, like, nuclear.
So, okay, let's say there's a scenario where this happens in the amount of time that you don't have any time to get any supplies that you need. You just have...
You have to scavenge?
Yeah, no, not even that. You just have what you have right now.
Well, you'd have to scavenge. You'd have to leave and scavenge.
What do you mean scavenge? I mean, like, it's happened in such a way that, like, TSC Villager is on fire and you just can't get any of that stuff anymore. You've only got...
You'd have to create your own.
Yeah. Do you think you'd be capable of doing that? Like, you not only do you have to, like, isolate yourself in the north, but you have to, like, start from, like, the ground up.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
I don't know.
I watch enough, what's that guy's
Bear
name?
Grylls.
Primitive technology. No.
Oh, God.
No, like, I don't know. Growing up, me and my cousin would always build, like, shelters and do this and that, and he was very, like, outdoorsy, and he taught me a lot of shit, so I think I could, like...
Yeah.
I think I could, like, build a shelter, build a fire, you know, I could identify things that I could use, like, I could make clay pots, I can do all that.
Wow. Sophie?
I don't know. I could isolate seeds from food we bring and
There you
plant
go.
them.
Yeah. Sophie could be our gardener.
Yeah.
That's super lame.
It's not lame. It's essential.
Not the lame
Yeah.
role in the apocalypse.
No.
Your role would
But
probably
anybody
be
can do
one of the
it.
most important. No, I
Yeah, but I don't know
can't keep
anything
shit
about
alive.
it.
That's true.
I can keep houseplants alive, and that's it.
Oh, I can't. My succulents died. Like,
oh, yikes.
no. Everyone says that they're the easiest plant, but that's not true. If you overwater them once, they're fucked. Because they're like a cactus, basically, but not a cactus.
Yeah. It's not pointy.
Succulent cactus debate that we had with Ben.
Yeah.
But yeah, they died. Also, temperature fucked them. So, like, it got too hot, and then it got too cold.
I see.
And then it just, like...
Would you be able to catch fish without a fishing rod?
Like with a spear?
Like with my hands?
Or with my
any
hands?
other means?
Probably.
Yeah.
I would just, like, stand in the water. It probably wouldn't be a big fish. It'd probably be, like, sunfish initially.
Yeah.
Because, like...
they're so easy, to catch.
Yeah.
There's also so many easier ways to catch fish than even... You don't even have to be there catching the fish.
We can build some traps,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
you
you
can also
just
build...
spit in the water
like
and watch the
hatchet.
sunfish come and eat it, and then just grab the sunfish.
Spit.
I
Gross.
used to do that when I was a kid.
No, you can build things like in like shallow rivers, like with rocks. You can build.
Yeah, and they get stuck.
They get stuck in the rocks, and then Yeah. Catch lots of fish that way.
I think we'd be okay, guys.
Yeah, I think so
we
too.
would be okay.
Hey, here's a question. How do you, like, get a seed from a carrot?
You have to let it. I think you have to let it grow to the point where you can't really eat that carrot anymore, and it's gonna flower on top, and then whatever comes from the flower. I don't know.
Like
this
it goes
is
downwards again?
No, this is coming straight out of my ass. But no, it's like
Is a carrot
on the plant, on the green part of the plant,
Yeah.
the carrot top.
Yeah.
Eventually,
you think that
it's
will
gonna seed. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was gonna say, wouldn't it be like lettuce where you would just lob off the top of the carrot and then plant that? somehow?
No. He thinks it's gonna be like the
Not
green
a
tops of
potato.
the carrot will eventually
Seed.
But I've never seen that before.
Because
Yeah,
you
neither have I.
always pick your carrots before they're at that.
No,
point.
I leave carrots for a long time. Right? I don't pick all of them at once.
Let's look up how do
Because
carrots.
I'm just thinking about like tomatoes,
seed?
that's fine. Cucumbers, that's
Yeah.
fine. But beans, but what about the things that don't have seeds in them? Right?
I want to know. Can you show me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the lettuce does seed. I have seen lettuce bolt on seed. Same with herbs and stuff. But I've never seen
How
a carrot bolt
does
in my garden.
how do
How do you do?
carrots?
Seed. Make seeds. Right there. No, it's right there. Okay, so it is a flower, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I've never seen that. I wonder if it's because they're not.
Well, you buy
Yeah,
like
here.
GMO things. Some can't you make plants that don't seed?
Why would you want to?
Isn't there a way that you?
Oh, I know why
companies
you would want to.
do
Never
that?
mind. Yeah, so that you can't keep the seed without paying them, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like I bet. Well,
I hate the planet.
I don't want to get sued by them, so I won't say anything.
Yeah.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Monsiorno. Toe. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, I was, yeah. But that makes sense, right? If you don't want to, you don't want people to get more seed without having to pay for it.
They can actually go and test farmers' crops.
Yes, so they've done that before. They go into, if a seed blows over from another crop into another farmer and the farmer hasn't paid for those seeds, then they can be sued, right?
Uh-huh.
And that has happened before.
Cool.
It's
You can
kinda
license
hard.
out your seed.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. Well, I don't think we have to worry about this stuff anytime soon.
No,
That's
me
funny though
neither.
that we're talking about this because I did see a video on Twitter of people being like, I'm, quarantined. What am I supposed to do to get food? And it was like an instructional video on how to like harvest seeds from your peppers and plant them and how to like sprout your garlic and regrow it. And then somebody like quote tweeted it and they were like, we have rediscovered farming. like it's not that complicated to like.
We're actually, I mean, even given everything that's going on, like it's terrible, but we're very lucky. It's not a deadly disease, right? Because then there would be a much different situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things would have been shut down.
Oh yeah.
Quicker too, though. So
I know someone, I'm not going to name any names, I know someone that, like, was freaking out that they thought it was basically going to be, like, a Walking Dead situation, especially in the south of, like, the United States, because they all have guns down there, and she thought it was going to be, like, a rape and pillage type to get groceries type situation going on, and I was like, huh, interesting.
There are people who think that.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I was like, I don't think so. Like, we're not that far gone, right? And, like, that's the thing that makes me, maybe this is, like, a false sense of security, but I'm like, I don't know, it's 2020, like, I feel like governments all over the world are, like, working, for the most part, except for the States, are working pretty hard to, like...
I feel like you absolutely should not be worrying as long as you can watch the Food Network and listen to DJ Climax on the radio. You know what I mean? Like, if there are all these super non-essential things that you can still do, don't fucking worry so much. You know, the world's not ending.
Yeah.
You know, just because you can't go, just because you can't go clubbing or you can't go to the restaurant and everything, and you should stay home and stay away from people, doesn't mean the world is over.
But it is. I can't ball with my bros anymore, Travis.
You can sooner than you think. You'll be out there balling with your bros.
I hope so. Yeah, no, I'm not worried that the world is going to collapse. Like, the economy's definitely going to collapse for a while, but, like, and it already kind of has.
But, I mean, it's going to regenerate. Like, I know as soon as everything goes back to normal, I'm going to be going out to eat, I'm going to go to bars, I'm going to go see movies, like...
I'm gonna hang out with people that I don't even need to, just to be like, it's been a while.
Just because you can have a fucking COVID-19 is over party, like
congratulations, you survived party.
Yeah, hopefully no one that we know that is immunocompromised gets it, because that would be horrible. But, I'm just hoping that they develop a vaccine. They're already testing people, like volunteers. Yeah,
there are like they were asking for healthy volunteers.
Yeah, so but that's still I think a year away from being like. Yeah.
Next year we'll be getting it like a flu shot kind of deal.
Yeah. And the same people that don't get flu shots won't get it.
Mm-hmm. Sophie.
Do you not?
Busted. I don't, but I guess I would get this one.
I do because I work with someone that's in their 70s. So. Yeah. And my nieces are young. So. Yeah. Does anyone have any this week in alien news other than all the horrible stuff that's happening?
Speaking alien news,
I think mine was.
I heard from Sophie and I watched Frozen 2 the other night, and Olaf said that turtles can breathe through their butts. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think it's true. Do you think turtles can breathe through their butts?
I don't think they would put it in if it wasn't true. What would be the point?
I don't know, because the Simpsons are the main reason that whole opposite toilet effect exists, because that's not real.
What's that?
And people think that it's real.
The Australian thing?
Yeah, it's not real.
I bet they do breathe through their butts. Let's look it up real quick.
Because the Coriolis effect only affects like clouds and hurricanes. It doesn't affect like toilets or
do sinks. Turtles?
I can't believe it's not higher up. There you go.
Breathe through their butts.
They do. They breathe out of their butts.
Oh.
Cloacal respiration. It's not so much breathing as it is just diffusing oxygen in and carbon dioxide out.
So wouldn't that just be farting?
I guess so.
So
isn't that what a fart is?
Well, it's your exhale.
It's their main source of oxygen.
You're not exhaling out your butt, Jen. Isn't that just what farting is?
Well, no, they said...
No, you breathe in.
Whatever.
And you have to breathe it back out your lungs.
Every time I breathe in, I fart out. My This Week in Alien News is that there's a planet did you see this? Instead of rain, they rain like a type of metal.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
What planet is it?
It's gonna be like a mercury type deal though, right? Like a liquid metal.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's not like your keyboard, which is not metal, so I'm not sure I said that.
Okay, so it's called WASP 76b, and it rains iron.
Oh, okay, shit. So liquid iron probably.
So it's a distant planet where it says it probably rains iron. That's what I wonder, like, how do they know?
Yeah. Have you been there? Have you seen it?
Yeah, have you ever been there?
So it's so close to its host star, so it's not. I don't know if it's in our galaxy or not. But it's so close to its host star that its dayside temperatures are 2,400 degrees Celsius.
Jesus.
And
hot girl summer.
And it's night. It's 1,000 degrees cooler there at night. And instead of drizzling water droplets, you have iron droplets splashing down because it's so hot that it's just liquid iron.
That's
crazy.
Hella cool.
Yeah.
That's
Anyone,
do you have a good Am I the Asshole?
Am I the Asshole? I read one, but it wasn't very good. I'm sure we can find a better one than that one.
Find a really,
I read one this morning that was
one.
particularly fucking horrible, if you'd like to hear about
Yeah,
it.
let's
Okay,
go.
yeah, let's go with that.
Like, it made me really upset.
Okay.
To the point where I was like, this has to be fake.
Okay, let's hope.
But let's find out what you guys think.
Okay.
Okay, so am I the asshole for dropping my daughter from my wife and I's medical insurance?
Yes.
Okay. My daughter is 23 and just got a call from her gynecologist. She apparently had previously had an abnormal pap smear and she never informed us about it. Side note, why the fuck would she? It's none of your business. However, then she got a biopsy which came back abnormal and she probably needs LEEPs. I don't know what that is.
Like kind of horrible?
Maybe. I'm very disappointed because I know she got HPV from a boyfriend I disapproved of because he was obviously someone who didn't look like he'd be loyal.
Literally
just a side note, yeah, like pretty much everyone
it's like
has
herpes,
HPV. Yeah. And now she's stuck with the consequences, and my wife and I feel like if we pay for her treatment, it would be condoning it. We feel that she has no right to be sobbing and hyperventilating while also going on the "it's not my fault" mantra, and we don't want to enable her further. Now we are making... These same parents probably were like, you're not allowed to get the HPV vaccine.
Yeah.
Now we are making steps toward ensuring that we'll never have to pay for anything she needs medically, and for that matter, materially anymore. Her credit cards have been cut off, and we're dropping her from the insurance, but it hasn't progressed that far yet. What makes us even angrier is the fact that she had just lost her entry-level job due to her company closing down, and she chooses to continue to see unreliable boyfriends. We raised her better. I've built a great family business from nothing, and I shudder at what people would think if they knew my daughter got an STD from sleeping around at such a young age. Am I the asshole?
You? Yes, obviously.
Obviously. That's so bad that I'm like, this has to be fake.
You're from TV, aren't you? You're a TV
No, I
character.
believe it. I feel like this is one of those, I don't know, maybe overly religious kind of people.
So it's not.
It's not?
He's not religious, because I have read it, and I looked at his user profile.
Okay.
And his only other post, and you're going to be like, are you fucking kidding me, was him and his wife searching for a sugar baby. So do you know what a sugar baby is?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're looking for a 20-year-old sugar baby.
To replace their daughter.
So this was before all of that.
Oh.
So, like, what the fuck?
It's very hypocritical.
Yeah.
So maybe it is made up. If he was on there looking for a sugar baby, then he wouldn't be like...
No, I think that it is real. I think that he's a massive fucking hypocrite. And he just, like, doesn't see that. And he has no business being in the kink community.
No.
If he, like, doesn't understand any of that's, like, respect. Or
that's so
like,
fucking weird.
Yeah. I just don't understand. Turtles are so cool.
I mean, I think that's, I know he mentioned something about cutting off her credit cards. That's probably, like, I don't know why you're paying for your kids' credit cards anyways, but why would you take them off your medical plan until you, like, have to when they're, like, 26 or something?
Yeah.
That's so fucked up. They must be in the States, right?
Oh, yeah, they definitely were. But yeah, that made me really upset. I was like, I feel so bad for your daughter. Like, if you want your daughter to never speak to you again, that's a surefire way to let it happen. So, but yeah.
That's nuts.
Okay.
I think that's about it for Jibber Jabbin' this week. I lied last week and said that we'd have a lot of episodes out. But considering everything that's been going on, you can forgive me, and I don't care. Alrighty.
Stay safe, wash your hands.
Yeah, just social distance as much as is reasonable.
Yeah.
Don't.
How'd your kids? How'd your wife?
Don't read into hysteria. People are posting a lot of like crazy things, you know.
Yeah.
Don't buy toilet paper you don't need.
Yeah, you probably have enough toilet paper. You're fine.
And also, if you've made it this far in life, you can probably determine what's crazy and what's not. Just be smart.
Most people can, but I don't know.
Be smart. Stop buying so much toilet paper because, that's not going to help you at all. I mean...
No.
Yeah.
Well, some people have been circulating false news that the coronavirus causes
diarrhea
and vomiting.
which it doesn't.
It's been a symptom in 2% of the people that tested positive. So,
and that could even it could be
from something.
It could be IBS.
Or I ate something that I shouldn't have.
Yeah. Just be safe. Take care of each other, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.